Yo, what's up guys? Thank you guys for stopping by the channel. There are a lot of reasons why someone would want to become a computer science major, and in my opinion, there are just as many reasons why you shouldn't be a computer science major. There are definitely a lot of people out there who pick computer science as their major without any sort of passion or love for computer science and figure that they'll just make something out of it. And I think that's a shame because so many people start out in this major and end up switching it to something else down the line because it either was too difficult for them or it wasn't what they expected. So in this video, I'm just going to outline a few of the reasons why I think computer science is not for everybody, and hopefully that will allow you to make a more informed decision about what you want to do about your potential career path. The first reason is that computer science is really not all that fun, but let me explain. Computer science is not going to be the same as your prior experience to coding and programming, especially if you code like games and websites in the past. It's going to feel really different. Computer science is very technical in its nature and it builds off of fundamentals. Computer science later down the line leads to other majors such as software engineering and some of these other majors that are related to computer science, but computer science is where it all starts. It's where it all stems from. So you need to do a lot of basic classes such as math, such as data structures, such as algorithms, ethics, and some of these other classes that a lot of people consider to be boring. It's no secret that there's a lot of math in computer science. I mean, you'll probably have to take linear algebra, discrete mathematics, statistics, calculus, and if you're not taking one of those classes, you're probably going to be taking an applied math such as physics or machine learning. You're going to be taking classes like this all throughout your career as a computer science student. And don't get me wrong, you're going to be taking cool classes too, like game development, web development if you choose. Those are some really cool electives. Those aren't a majority and they're not even going to be most of what you do as a computer science student. Most of what you're going to be doing are what people would consider to be boring fundamentals. The second reason is that a lot of people blindly go into computer science without knowing exactly what it entails. Seeking a high-paying position is not inherently a bad thing, but the problem is you should be doing it because you like doing computer science, you like programming, you like coding, and you can realistically see yourself doing this for years instead of for the cash. As I mentioned earlier, computer science can be pretty boring for a lot of people, so you don't want to accidentally go into computer science for the wrong reasons and lock yourself into a career that's going to be painful for you for a lifetime. It's no secret that college is really expensive. People often pay upwards of $80,000 for a 4-year education and well over $100,000 when you include room and board, supplies, food, gas, and everything, all of that. So my recommendation is if you are unsure about computer science as your major, you should instead try a coding bootcamp where it's going to be a fraction of the cost. Sometimes it's going to be completely free and there's going to be little to no commitment at all. If you don't like it, you can hop off the train, but if you do like it, you can be that much more confident that you can make computer science into a lifelong career. The third reason is that in order to maximize your experience at college, you should be networking. A lot of people have this impression of computer science jobs where you don't have to interact or talk to anybody, you can just put on your headphones and you can just work all day. But that's not really the case. It might be the case for some computer science jobs, but I think you'll find that the vast majority of jobs will still have you interacting with plenty of people, whether that be with meetings, with clients, or with your management. If there's one really solid reason to go to college instead of a bootcamp, is actually to network. Networking can provide you a whole bunch of things, including mentorship, guidance, help on your homework, collaborators on a project, and if nothing else, simply friendship and companionship. It's so easy to network in college. You can network through your classes, through your clubs, events, societies, fraternities, and even your teachers and your advisors can make really valuable connections. I personally know so many people that landed their first job or internship because they knew the right connections, they knew the right people at the right time. And I'm not saying to make friends and go into friendships expecting some sort of tangible outcome that's going to advance your career, but what I am saying is that those people who never put themselves out there will never have the opportunities that someone else who did network will have. The fourth reason is that you need to be ready to fail. I don't necessarily mean be ready to fail your classes or your class grades, but just in general. A 4-year university is a completely different ballgame than high school and in community college. If you are previously a straight A student, you should be ready to maybe not succeed as much as you had in the past. A lot of these classes are not easy, and even smart people struggle to get good grades in these classes. Any programmer also knows that your code never works the first time around. There's a saying in the comp sci world that half of programming is coding and the other 90% is debugging. And that's pretty true to an extent. Even in your classwork, even in your schoolwork, you're going to be spending a lot, if not a majority of your time not at a keyboard typing out code. You're going to be spending learning other fundamental concepts and doing all these other things. And it's the same with coding. You're going to be spending a lot of time not actually writing out the code. You're going to be spending a lot of time debugging, perfecting your code, working out the kinks, and dealing with faults and errors. And it can be frustrating. Failures happen all the time, and as a computer science student, you need to be ready to deal with it almost weekly, almost daily, every single time you open up your laptop. And if you can overcome these challenges, then you'll be an amazing programmer. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something in this video, and maybe you are just a little bit more informed about computer science in college in general. Any likes would be very much appreciated. Stay tuned for more uploads relating to computer science and tech in the future. See ya.